Hey, Shalom. Shalom, giving all praises. Glory, honors unto Yahweh. Ba'ashem Yahushua, Ba'ashem Kakadash. Double honors to the apostles, the elder bishops, the great millstone. Peace and blessings to the 144,000. This is your brother, the priest, is I1 from GMS Atlanta. Back with another edifying video. And I just want to make this real quick. I'm gonna play this. I'm gonna play this video, Instagram video. And I'm gonna play it. And this right here is a heavy information. And when I say heavy, I mean in the spirit. You know, for us Israelites out here, because as we've told you and as we've been telling you, starting with GMS, the Gentiles that are to be saved are actually Israelites because of the history. You got the diaspora, and I'm going to get a few precepts, maybe 2 or 3 precepts, all right? But the Israelite diaspora from the Assyrian kingdom, when the northern kingdom was taken, from the Assyrian Empire, when the northern kingdom of Israel was taken out of the land, to the Babylonian Empire, all the way up into the Romans, when the southern kingdom of Judah was taken out of the land of Israel. Our people have been scattered through Babylon, through Assyria, through Babylon, through Persia and the Mede Empire, through Greece, through Rome, and up until this day. You have Israelites that are living among all the different nations around the world, and they look like Israelites. And the reason being is because you had Israelite men, so-called black, Hispanic, Native American men, that slept with these foreign women, and they had babies. Okay? A lot of these white people you meet, a lot of these Asian people, a lot of these Middle Eastern, East Indian people, a lot of them you meet and you get cool with them, or they got that vibe to their spirit, right? And you mesh with their spirit, and they mesh with our spirit. They're Israelites, okay? So I'm going to take you back in time to a history. This is during the Vietnam War. I want you to check this video out and be edified. All right, let me go ahead and play it. And this is fair use. Check this out.
You?
Good. You making any money today, asking people for money?
No help come here.
No, not all.
You live on the street?
I live outside.
You live outside,
On the street.
Uh-huh.
The request about the humanitarian
To go to the United States.
to get back their fatherland.
Yeah, are you going to go back to the United States?
I don't have for paper.
You don't have any papers?
Yet I don't have mother too.
And what's your daughter's name?
Right. So basically, you had these soldiers that lived, that went to Vietnam, and they fathered these children by these foreign women in Vietnam, and they left. And now they're either, and this is back in what, the late 60s, early 70s?
Generation child. And everywhere we looked, there were more.
Oh, let me restart this. Let me restart the
More
video.
half American.
Okay, I was running my mouth. Let me restart the video. Okay.
And look, kid over there.
All right, here we go.
Today.
I'm fine. You?
Good. You making any money today, asking people for money?
No help come here.
No, not all.
You live on the
Some.
street?
I live outside.
You live outside,
On the street.
Uh-huh.
The request about the humanitarian
To go to the United States.
to get back their fatherland.
Yeah, are you going to go back to the United States?
I don't have for paper.
You don't have any papers?
Yet I don't have mother too.
And what's your daughter's name?
That's my daughter is Miss Tuha.
Tuha, uh-huh. And your son?
Tên Kiệt.
Mr. Kiet?
Kiet.
Uh-huh.
With Vietnam's approval, Miss Mai has applied to go to the United States and search for her children's father.
Maybe I'll see you guys in New York, okay? All right. This is crazy. Look at all these people here. My goodness.
We found another Amerasian child. And everywhere we looked, there were more.
Look at more half American kids. Another one here. My goodness. Hello? Let me see that American boy. Let me see that American boy. And look at this, we got a half American kid over there, huh?
Yes.
Is his father American?
Sure.
So there you go. There you go. Let me read this caption, if I can. Okay, so it won't let me read the caption, but it says, in the aftermath of the Vietnam War, the streets revealed untold stories, especially of mixed-race children born to, and you had foreign fathers, and the Vietnam women were foreign to them. So what's happening here? You had Vietnam women that fathered children from so-called white men. With some of the children, you can tell they obviously had a white American father. But then, as you kept watching the video, what did you see? You saw those dark-skinned, they looked like Jake because they were. You had those dark-skinned Vietnam children that were fathered by black men because those soldiers were over there that was fighting this war and they were getting their rocks off. Okay, I mentioned this before. Our people, our men, Israelite men like to get down. Okay? Israelite men like to have sex, and we will have sex with not just a black woman or Hispanic woman, a Native American woman. We're going to have women with whatever woman pleases us. And that's all right. We can do that. But you don't marry them. Okay? And that's according to the Israelite law. All right? But, you know, in these days and time, you know, we sleep with these different women, and that's still okay. Okay? But this is the point. All right? You have Israelites that are scattered all over the world among these different nations. Okay? So let me read a few scriptures, a few precepts. Okay? Let me get Psalms 106. Psalms 106. And this is dealing with Israel's rebelliousness and the Lord's deliverances. So this is about the Israelites. So I'm going to jump down to Psalms 106 and 35. Okay? And this is 34. It says, they did not destroy the nations concerning whom the Lord commanded them. And this is going back to the time that the Israelites were coming into the promised land, and they were supposed to take out the Canaanites, but they didn't. So it says here, verse 35, but were mingled among the heathen and learned their works. And that has happened until this day. Okay? Until this day, the Israelites have been mingled and scattered among the heathen nations and have learned their work. So over there in Vietnam, like I showed you, you have Israelite boys and girls. Even though they have dark skin and woolly hair, the mothers are from Moab, all right, the Vietnamese. Okay? And they're going to be raised up speaking the Vietnamese language, and they're going to be raised up following the Vietnamese culture. But they're Israelites. Okay, because our people were mingled among the heathen and learned their works. And before you say that they're not Israelites, okay, when you go to the book of Numbers, chapter 2, the Numbers 2 and 18. I'm sorry. Let me get it. It might be 1 and 18. I might just be a chapter off. But let me put this in. So check this out. This is, okay, I'm sorry, pedigrees. Okay, got it. Numbers 1 and 18. Okay, I was a chapter off. So this is the book of Numbers, chapter 1 and 18. All right, and I'm going to read verse 17. And Moses and Aaron took these men, which are expressed by their names, and they assembled all the congregation together on the first day of the second month. And they declared their pedigrees after their families by the house of their fathers. So when you declare yourself an Israelite, according to your pedigree and your family, it goes by your father. Because your father is the one that denotes what your nation is. Okay? Because the man carries the sperm, the seed. So those Israelite men, so-called black men, were going over to Vietnam, put their sperm inside the Vietnam woman, and out came a baby. And those babies, they came out. Some of them look a little bit more Vietnamese. Some of them look like the father. And you can tell that in the video, which were actually Israelites, although they had a Vietnamese mother. Okay? It says, and they declared their pedigrees after their families by the house of their fathers, according to the number of names, from 20 years old and upward by their polls. And that's a custom, and that's just true to science. So the Israelites that are going to be saved are going to be Israelites. So this is the book of Revelation, chapter 7, and this is dealing with the tribes to be sealed and saved. Okay? This is Revelation 7:4. And I heard the number of them which were sealed, and they were sealed 144,000 of all the tribes of the children of Israel. All right? And when you jump down to verse 9, it says, and after this I beheld, and lo, a great multitude, which no man could number, of all nations and kindreds and peoples and tongues, stood before the throne and before the Lamb, clothed with white robes and palms in their hands, and cried with a loud voice, saying, salvation to our God, which sitteth upon the throne, and unto the Lamb. That great multitude is speaking about the scattered Israelites, because the Messiah, it was prophesied, and I'm going to read this in Isaiah the 11th chapter. Yahushua, the Messiah, which is going to be sent by the Heavenly Father, was prophesied to deliver the Israelites and the Israelites only, and the Gentiles, which those Gentiles are actually Israelites that lived and were mingled among the heathen, among the Gentiles. This is Isaiah 11:11. The restored remnant, because the Israelites are going to be restored. The other nations were never a part of the Heavenly Father's chosen people, so there's nothing to restore. It says, and it shall come to pass in that day that the Lord shall set his hand again the second time to recover the remnant of his people, which are Israelites. Okay, that's recorded all throughout the scriptures. The Lord, his people, are the Israelites, which shall be left from Assyria and from Egypt and from Pathros and from Cush and from Elam and from Shinar and from Hamath and from the islands of the sea. So when we read in Revelation 7, it speaks about that multitude from all the nations. It's talking about those Israelites that were recorded here and other places around the world that are going to be saved. That's why I mentioned our God, because the Heavenly Father is the God of the Israelites. Verse 12, and he shall set up an ensign for the nations, and he shall set up an ensign for the nations, and shall assemble the outcasts of Israel, and gather together the dispersed of Judah from the four corners of the earth. So I just wanted to show that video, that clip. So I hope you were edified. Shalom.